Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to a new episode from Linguamid. Today we will talk about the 4 important verb tenses in spoken Egyptian. These tenses are very important if you want to speak Egyptian and if you want to formulate good and correct sentences in Egyptian. So follow up with me and let's start right away. The 4 tenses in the spoken Egyptian dialect of Cairo are as follows. We have the present tense, we have a tense that's called the Be-imperfect, and we have the past tense that you know, and we have the H future. So present, imperfect, past, and H future. First of all, why we call it Be-imperfect and why we call it H future, I will start explaining all this, so pay attention with me now and let's start with the first tense. The present tense, the first tense. The present tense, let's say we can compare it to the present in English. For example, if I'm talking about the verb to learn, okay, to learn. To learn in Egyptian is يتعلم, okay, from يتعلم in modern standard Arabic, we say يتعلم in Egyptian, يتعلم in Egyptian. All the verbs they have, of course, conjugation like in English, and with different pronouns we have different conjugation for the same verb, and this needs a specific episode, but today we will focus on the verbs themselves. And for example, the verb يتعلم, and this conjugation comes with he or هو, the pronoun he, so he learns, هو يتعلم, okay, يتعلم. Usually this verb comes after a helping word. That's some kind, you can think of it, for example, like I want, for example, or I need. Something like this is a helping verb. And this helping verb, the verb comes in the second position after the helping verb, and always after the helping verb it comes in this form, which is the present. For example, if we have a phrase like I want to learn, I want to learn, so أنا عايز أتعلم, أنا عايز أتعلم. Here أتعلم is a conjugation with I, okay, أتعلم instead of يتعلم with he, okay, أتعلم and يتعلم. So أنا أتعلم, so أنا عايز أتعلم. عايز here is I want, and then أتعلم comes in the present form, okay, comes in the present form. So usually what I want you to know from this episode now, that this present form comes after a helping form, which is I want or I need. There are many other helping forms, but these are some examples. And in this form, it comes in the present. In this position, it comes in the present form, and it becomes like the sentence or the phrase here. أنا عايز أتعلم. I want to learn. I will tell you the difference between this one and the Be-imperfect in the second section. So let's now move to the Be-imperfect. The Be-imperfect is also a present, okay, but you can think of it as a present form that is the same as the present in the sense. It's the same as the present in in English, which means that I'm expressing a fact, and also it has another function which is the same like the present continuous in English, which is something that's being done right away, okay, an action that's being done right away. So when I say, for example, I want the example here, if I want to say that أنا بتعلم دلوقتي, for example, أنا بتعلم دلوقتي. So أنا بتعلم دلوقتي, I am learning now. Okay, this is in English. I am learning now. So this is present continuous in English. And I say أنا بتعلم دلوقتي. Instead of أنا أتعلم, which is the present form that we had in the last talk, this starts with ب. Okay, أنا بتعلم. We add this ب into the form, the present form, to indicate that it's another form, which is the imperfect, the Be-imperfect form. And when I say أنا بتعلم, it means either أنا بتعلم, that I'm learning, and this is a fact, or I learn. So أنا بتعلم, I learn, a fact. Or أنا بتعلم دلوقتي, for example, that I'm learning right now. So I'm doing the action of learning right now. So it may come in this sense or in this sense based on the context. Okay, so أنا بتعلم. The most important thing to know in this context is that this form, it starts with B. It starts with B. So أنا بتعلم. أنا بتعلم. Okay, and when the form starts with B, it's called the be-imperfect. Another important form, which is the past form, like exactly the past in English. Okay, we don't have like English the past perfect, and so we only have the past in Arabic, in Egyptian Arabic, and the past has its own conjugation, and it's the verb changes its form with the past tense. For example, when I say أنا أتعلم or أنا بتعلم, I learn. When I say it in the past, it becomes أنا تعلمت. أنا تعلمت. So it has a different form, and I talk about all this in my free course Egyptian Arabic 101, and it's very important that you register for it. It's completely free. You will find the link for it in the description box below and also in the first comment. Okay, so أنا اتعلمت كتير, for example. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot. This is the past tense in Egyptian Arabic, and it's very important. And we say اتعلمت كتير. اتعلمت كتير. So كتير here means a lot. اتعلمت, it is a conjugation with I. أنا اتعلمت. I learned. أنا اتعلمت. Okay, so there's a different conjugation for the past tense compared to the present tense in Egyptian Arabic, which is something that is common, of course, in any verb in any language. Okay, so أنا تعلمت كتير. This is the past tense. The last tense here is the future tense. Okay, I will learn. I will learn. The future tense, we say here that the future in Egyptian, it's called the H future. Why we say the H future? It's exactly the same way we talked about in the be-imperfect. We add the H letter in front of the verb or the conjugation of the verb. Like for example, when I say I will learn, I say أنا هتعلم. So instead of أتعلم, I add the H or the ha or the he letter in Arabic before the conjugation of the verb, and this addition indicates that this is the future tense. So أنا هتعلم. أنا هتعلم. So I will learn. أنا هتعلم. So every time you see a verb with the H in front of it or the ha, if you know the Arabic script, it is in the future tense or the future variation. Okay, so this is very important to know. So we have now 4 verbs, and let's recap. Now we have 4 tenses. Okay, we have the simple present tense or the present tense, and this tense, I told you, it comes always in the present form, and it comes after a helping verb. Like for example, أنا عايز أساعد. For example, أنا عايز, I want to help. أنا عايز أتعلم, I want to learn. So it becomes here أتعلم, because it came after a helping word. Okay, أنا عايز, or helping verb here, أنا عايز أتعلم. Okay, the second one is the be-imperfect, and the be-imperfect is like the present tense in English, in the sense that it indicates a fact, or it's like also the present continuous in the sense that it indicates a continuous action. Okay, so I'm learning now. أنا بتعلم دلوقتي, and we add the b in front of the verb. Okay, the third one is the past tense, and it has a different conjugation. Like for example, أنا اتعلمت. And we alter or differ the conjugation of the verb completely, and it becomes in the form of the past. أنا اتعلمت. Okay, I learned. And the fourth form is I will learn. أنا هتعلم. We add the H in front of the conjugation of the verb to indicate that this verb comes in the future tense. Okay, أنا هتعلم. So this H is the ha or the he letter in Arabic, and whenever we add the H, it's the future tense. Okay, we have these 4 fundamental tenses. So know these tenses, and we will talk about them more in future episodes. Meanwhile, I strongly recommend that you like this episode, and also to subscribe to the channel, and take a look at the description box below. You'll find very interesting resources really very interesting, that I recommend strongly to make your Arabic, enhance your Arabic faster and speak fluently. And also don't forget, very recommended to enroll in my Egyptian Arabic 101 course, completely free of charge. You will find the enrollment link in the description box below and also in the first comment. And don't forget to write to me in the comments, tell me your opinion about this episode. If you have any question in Arabic or Egyptian Arabic, feel free to ask me. I'll be here to answer. Thanks a lot for your watching and your following, and see you in a future episode.